Good morning, friends and family. This is December 14th, my 6-month VLAD update. So, Friday was my 6th month from having the surgery done. It's hard to believe it was that long. It's been that long now. So I have several updates from the last several months since I did my last update. I've got notes, so I'm going to be referring to those to make sure I catch everything that I wanted to say. I did have an endocrinologist appointment, and my A1C is down to 5.3, and my blood sugar has been in range 95% of the time. That's actually registering as non-diabetic, so I'm happy about that. I have to continue my insulin, of course, and my medications to stay that way and eating right. I've been using my Fitness Pal, and that's really helped me keep everything in track for all the different things I have to count. So I log everything that goes in my body has to be logged. So that's a me thing. That's not really what the doctors have told me or anything, but that's how I keep track of my sodium, my carbs, my fat, all the nutritional value that I need, my protein, calories, and I also track my sleep. And I have a point system on everything. And so if I'm in range, I have little rewards that I give myself along the way that are not going to be damaging to me, but things that I want I could probably buy anyway, but sometimes it's funner to earn things. So that was really good. So far as endocrinology and my A1C, it was 8.8 back when I went to the hospital, and that was what kept me from getting the transplant or even being considered for the transplant, because their cutoff is 8.5. So I'm within range now to that I would be cleared blood sugar wise for the transplant. I also met with a vascular surgeon about the cauterization in my legs. They did say that my blood flow is 95% in my legs and 85% in my feet. So that's good news, because they don't do surgery for anything over 90%. So as far as the vascular, I'm cleared from them to be on the transplant list as well. I've been getting my eye injections. We are kind of upping the frequency of that, and we're going to be changing the meds to hopefully be more aggressive and help me with my eyesight. So the shots are something that I'll have to do for the rest of my life, unless God heals me, to maintain my vision. So it's worth it to have those injections done, knowing that it's going to prolong my sight. I went to the cardiologist, and she was pleased with my numbers, my updates. She did say everything was good to start working towards the transplant and getting on that list. So there's a lot of things that happen that you've got to be cleared to have that done. So I do have several appointments scheduled for January 8th, pulmonary function, CAT scan of my chest, abdomen, and pelvis, and then I will go through a transplant education. And I know following that, I will have to go through mental counseling to make sure that I'm ready mentally to take that on. I'm not at this moment. I'm not in any hurry to get my chest cracked open again, but I've also been told that once you're on the list, it may be 5 years. So I would like to get on the list. I went to the LVAD support group, and I heard someone say they were on the transplant list for 10 days, and that kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh my. But yeah, so that's and then I met with the LVAD coordinator, and I explained to her, the pain that I've been in, how I'm tired and got vertigo, and that my energy level and everything, and how the weather affects me every time it changes. That sometimes the energy just knocked on me, and I feel like I've been ran over by a Mack truck, for lack of better words. But she reminded me that I am recovering from a major surgery, and it's only been 6 months. That I was fighting for my life. So I'm still recovering from that. I've still got pretty sensitive scarring on my chest. I did get to go to extended wear driveline, so that's good. So I don't have to change my dressing as often where my tube comes out of my abdomen. That powers my heart. They also did a culture, and everything came back normal on that around the entry area, so that's good. I did meet with my primary care physician on Friday, and she said that she did a couple studies on me. She did find out that the reason I've been dizzy and experiencing those dizzy spells is because my blood pressure drops when I stand up. So they did a test where I sat relaxed for 5 minutes and then I stood up, and it drastically drops when I stand. So that explains why I'm getting dizzy. So just making sure I give more time to myself when I stand up to get my bearings before I start walking. And then she's helping me with my pain management. My pain has been pretty severe the last few months, and we are going the route of non-narcotic pain relievers for when I need them. So that's helpful. It's still been a struggle carrying the batteries. I get sore in my neck and my back, and I know that's from carrying the excess weight around, and then carrying the backup bag as well. Having to carry everything that I have to carry is sometimes a lot, and I do miss being able to just run out and grab something from the store. It takes planning to do anything that I'm going out for, preparing my meals, bringing my condiments to restaurants, planning ahead what I'm going to have at restaurants, and reading their menu and reaching out to them to find out if they can accommodate a low sodium diet. I've found most restaurants that I've been to so far are accommodating, and I appreciate that. With all the struggles and everything that I'm dealing with, I do talk about it a lot. I talk to my counselor about it a lot. I talk to my family and my friends about it a lot. And sometimes I do feel like it consumes my life. It's became my identity, and it's not who I am, but it's part of who I am. So I was talking with my mom the other day, and she just talking about the struggles and frustrations that I have. And but at the end, I was like, I would do it all over again. I absolutely would, because it's been a way of preserving my life and let me see Christmas this year. So I'm so thankful that I get to celebrate Christmas. I've really went overboard on my decorations this year, but I didn't know I was going to be able to celebrate Christmas this year. So that's the reason why Christmas means so much to me. It's the birth of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, is what I celebrate. I celebrate memories with family and friends, and so many wonderful times of togetherness. I grew up in a time where Christmas displays were something that you saw in almost all the stores. So that's kind of my little displays that I have throughout remind me of those kind of things. There's a lot of sentimental things that go into my decorating and that mean a lot to me. I have one of my grandma's angels and some other things. Um, and then my dolls. I love my dolls. I've been a doll collector my whole life. Both of my grandmothers collected dolls, and I kind of got that off of them. And I like toys as well. My Star Wars action figures and He-Man. So that's originally what this YouTube channel was about. Was talking about my dolls and toys. So I'm hoping maybe to bring some of that back. We'll see. Um, Life updates. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving with my family. Um, it was good to be with them and be together. And I appreciate Heather and Chad hosting. That's my sister and now brother-in-law. They just got married. So it was a wonderful wedding ceremony that I got to be a part of and celebrate with them. And I'm so blessed to have our family grow more to include him and his son. They are amazing people and just love having them as part of our family. Officially, they've been part of our family already, but it's legal, so I love that. My other brother-in-law, Tim, my sister Sean's husband, has been so gracious to shovel my driveway and my walkway for me. Such a blessing, such a blessing. And that they're doing it at no charge and just, I'm blessed. And I pray that they're blessed as well for their kindness and love. And then my sister and Chad and all they've done for our family. My brother and Megan are going to host Christmas this year since I can't. So I'm blessed about that. I also am thankful for my mom and all the help she's been giving me around the house. She comes over, and Heather too. They've both been coming over and helping me do things, and they get it done so quickly that I'm amazed that they do. And then my cousin Jessica carrying my bags to my car at work when when I'm leaving. That's a huge help. My friend Stephanie gave me the 6-foot Hallmark tree that was in my video yesterday. So I did a video in the dark, but I'm possibly going to do one in the daylight, going over my Christmas items and kind of talking about them. That probably will be a lengthy video, so I'm going to probably break that into 3 different parts. One for the patio, one for the living room, and one for the dining room, because those are the main areas that I've decorated in. I do have a few decorations in the kitchen. I've got a platter that's out, a hot mitt, and some hand towels. One says Jesus is the reason for the season, because he is, and the other one says happy birthday Jesus. So I think that's all the updates I have for now, but just remember, Jesus loves you, I love you, and you matter. Have a good Merry Christmas.